Hi, and welcome to Coffee Talk with Kyle and
April! Here we are for our Valentine's Coffee Talk special. We wanted to go over some stuff. I know it's been a long time since you saw us.
So it's good seeing you.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in a couple weeks.
Yeah. It's good to see our audience out there too. And thank you if you've been mentioning it to different people. Hey, when is the next Coffee Talk going to be on? The truth to that is just whenever we feel like it or whenever we're able to get to it.
We'll be on schedule from now on.
Yeah, we're going to be shooting for Thursdays to release, but sometimes we do a Tuesday every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, we wanted to cover some items that sold in our most recent auction.
Okay.
If you didn't get to see, this is our past week, so we also have an auction that's closing tonight, Tuesday night. If you're watching this a little bit late, then sorry, but hopefully you were able to see the stuff closing. But the auction before that ended on February 7th. The first item that we wanted to highlight is item 1103. This was 7 vintage horror comics.
Yeah, they sold for $762. How much is that a piece?
That ends up being, I think, right around $100 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, if you were to look these up, there was some value here. I heard that it was the first appearance of Swamp Thing.
Oh, really?
In one of these comics, and that was the one that was, I think, the most valuable here in this lot.
Very cool.
So
our next item, 3086, colorful Pyrex with the original box.
Yes.
This was a great find.
Very neat.
Especially with the original box. That ended up selling for $139.
Okay.
You know, great to display, put the box up on the shelf.
Yeah. We see Pyrex come in about every week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And depending on how much you know about it, you're going to be able to tell what age it is, what pattern it is.
Sometimes the box that the item comes in has more value than the items.
Really?
You know, this was a common pattern
Uh-huh.
or print, but the box sure added to the value.
The next item we wanted to highlight, this one was kind of a shocker to me.
Mm-hmm.
Item 113, this is Thimbletown with a cool collection of thimbles.
Yeah, it looks like a nice little storage unit, and you can display those collectibles right inside.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of sewing and craft collectors
Yeah.
of the more vintage items, and this is a super display for your thimbles.
Ended up selling for $100, and just in case you have some out there that you're like, man, I didn't know this had value.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
Right.
And the last item that we wanted to highlight is item 4013. This is an 80-year-old British spiked bayonet with the scabbard.
What's a scabbard?
Don't ask me that. I know some of you out there know exactly what that is, but I believe it's the casing that holds the bayonet in it.
Let us know, Don.
Yeah.
We miss ya.
I don't know where that name came from, but it's kind of a cool word to say, scabbard. But it says in the listing here, 80 years old, ended up selling for $64.
Cool.
So, cool vintage piece. And
a great letter opener.
Yes.
For those big bills.
In fact, I know we're kind of talking about the items that sold last week. In the upcoming auction, not the one that ends on February 14th, but the one that ends on the 21st, we have some neat vintage knives coming out.
Oh, really?
Newer ones too, but just stuff you don't see every day.
So when you're not in the office, you're shopping.
I am. Yeah.
Cool.
I have to be peeking out there.
Yeah.
But I still miss a lot of stuff though.
Yeah.
Just like when you come into preview, when you look around, you might see something that you didn't see on the site, and then you might completely miss something altogether. And sometimes people tell me that they watch Coffee Talk, and they say they never even saw the item in the auction until we talked about it. And they're like, that's so cool that you guys brought that up. So thank you guys for that feedback. Again, we appreciate you guys watching.
You can't miss this next item.
Oh.
In the auction closing tonight, we have a huge butcher block table.
It is beautiful.
It is amazing. Made in Detroit, isn't it? Yeah.
I believe so.
It has the nice little metal badge on the front of the manufacturer. Right now, the bidding is at $226 this afternoon. I predict it to go much higher.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's a steal right now at that price. How much do you think that weighs? I know you tried to lift it with
I
a couple
helped.
other guys,
Yeah.
and you couldn't even budge it.
We had to jack it up on a pallet jack to just get the legs back on it because it's so heavy. I'm guessing around 300 pounds.
So what you're telling me is if you bring your Ford Focus, it probably won't fit.
It will not fit in the Ford Focus. We've
So-
seen people try to bring that kind of vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you're thinking about that as that.
Right.
And also, I would suggest bringing some help. We're going to do our best to get it into your vehicle or to your vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can have an extra person that has a nice back help you.
Yeah, it's a solid piece.
Yep. And that goes for a lot of different items too. There'll be some big heavy items.
But, here's an idea. We have a chop saw, item 67, and it's right now currently at $275. You can chop up that butcher block and then glue it back together in your kitchen.
Well, this specific saw that you're talking about, it's actually was designed for concrete.
Oh, okay.
It's a special one. I'm sure it would do the trick though if you put the right blade on it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is a cool
Cameron still thought that was funny.
cool tool. Please don't ruin the butcher block. Man, that's just so cool. It's gonna be one of our coolest pieces that we're gonna highlight for months to come.
Speaking of angels,
Yeah.
or Aprils,
Cupids.
what do we got here, Valentine?
This is item number 1. So the very first auction that closes tonight, starting at 7 p.m. The items close at 25 items per minute. But if you bid in the last 3 minutes, it extends it to another 3 minutes from that last time that bid is. So if it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds and you bid, it's going to go to 3 minutes. If it's 10 seconds and you bid, it's going to go to 3 minutes.
What if it's 1 minute 50 seconds?
It's going to go to 3 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
So it'll go
And then
reset the 3 minute.
What
timer.
if it's at 2 minutes 56 seconds?
It'll just add those 4 seconds back on there.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like a commercial, I feel like, for a cell phone
Anywho.
company. So, anyways, yeah, that's a good thing to notice. Right now, this thing was in somebody's yard.
Mm-hmm.
We brought it from an estate pickup. Very cool and very heavy again.
It's actually 2 pieces. It has a very heavy solid base.
Yep.
And then the angel itself is quite large. And the bidding's only at $63. If you go to your local greenhouse, statuary business, and try and buy something like this,
a lot.
Yes, you are. And once again, maybe hit up the guys that are lifting that butcher block because this one is quite heavy. We suggest bringing help.
Yep. And if you have a lot of bad luck or you feel like your life is in danger sometimes, this is a great thing to put in your yard so you have a guardian angel at your house.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Gardening angel.
Oh, that is excellent.
Yes.
That's a good pun. I like that. So, that's copyright April if you want to use that one. So,
hey,
what?
Tell them about that Michigan memorabilia sign.
Oh, item 2374, the Made Right sign?
Yes.
Where was that made right at?
Bay City, Michigan.
Yep. Local history, right?
Yep. This wooden sign right now is currently at $103. Sure to gain some more love later on.
Yeah.
Because it's from the original plant right there on Euclid Avenue up the road.
Yes. That's very cool. And we say some of the current prices right now, and by the time you look at the listing, it may be higher because a lot of people wait till the auction closing date to place their bids. So you may be like, they lied on there, but this is Tuesday afternoon before the auction closes, and a lot of bidding is going to be happening.
Yeah, so it'll be fun to do the recap to see, how they've taken off.
And as a good reminder, if you ever want strategy for bidding, I would suggest making sure that you go onto the auction Tuesday night, because you never know who's going to come on there. And you may say, hey, I would have paid $150 for that. It went for $30, and you had your opportunity. You had your time. Or, if you'd like, you can put in your max bid for $150 right away, and then the system will bid competitively as somebody else bids.
I would go $150.05.
That's a good strategy, too.
Yes.
So, maybe you can comment in there what your strategies are, or maybe you want to keep them a secret, because I know a lot of people don't like to share their personal
Right.
strategies.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, nice talking to you, Kyle.
yeah, it was nice seeing you, April. And good luck, everybody, on your bidding tonight. Hopefully you win those special items that you have your eye on.
Yes, for your sweetheart.
And we'll see you this week
Happy
sometime
Valentine's
with
Day.
pickup. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day.